It started, as these things always do, with a quiet certainty, a gut feeling that something was wrong. My husband, Mark, had been acting differently, distant, secretive with his phone, and always working late. He'd come home with the faint scent of a different perfume on his shirt, a scent that was sweet and floral, nothing like my own. The red flags were there, waving frantically in my face, but I ignored them. I told myself it was stress, that our 3 years of marriage were just settling into a comfortable routine. I wanted to believe it so badly that I convinced myself it was true. But then came the undeniable shift. It was a Saturday morning, and Mark's phone buzzed with a message. He was in the shower, and a name popped up on the lock screen. Jessica. My best friend, my ride or die, the person I had shared every secret with since college. The message was a simple, thinking of you, but it was followed by a heart emoji. My stomach dropped. I knew, with a horrible, sickening clarity, that the comfortable routine I had been telling myself was a lie. The betrayal was like a physical blow, a punch to the gut that left me breathless. Instead of confronting him, I did something else. I pretended. I put the phone down, wiped the tear that had escaped, and went about my day as if nothing had happened. The next few weeks were a performance. I was the doting wife, the naive friend, the person who had no idea her world was crumbling around her. I smiled, I laughed, I made their favorite meals, all while my mind was a whirlwind of rage and betrayal. I spent my nights staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment, every suspicious glance, every whispered phone call. The image of them together was a constant torment, a poisoned thorn in my side. I started to plot. My revenge had to be a masterpiece. It couldn't be a simple argument or a dramatic public scene. It had to be a quiet, methodical dismantling of their lives, one piece at a time. The revenge wasn't about getting even. It was about ensuring they suffered the same way I did, with a slow, agonizing realization that everything they valued was gone. I started with Mark. I'd been managing our finances for years, but now I began to methodically drain his accounts. Not all at once, but in small, untraceable amounts. I created a separate account for myself, one he had no knowledge of, and moved a significant portion of our joint savings. I wasn't just taking my half, I was taking his too. After all, he was cheating on me, not working. I also started gathering evidence. I had installed a keylogger on his laptop, and the messages I found were a vile symphony of deceit. Their conversations weren't just about stolen moments. They were filled with cruel jokes about me, about how oblivious I was, about how they were going to get away with it. The pain of the betrayal was nothing compared to the sting of their mockery. Next was Jessica. I knew she was looking for a new job. She had been complaining for months about her boss and had just landed a final interview at a top-tier company. I had a mutual friend who worked there, and over a long lunch, I casually mentioned that I was worried about Jessica. I told her that Jessica had confided in me about her gambling problem, and she was a compulsive liar who had been fired from a previous job for falsifying expense reports. It was all a complete fabrication, but I made it sound so believable, so heartbreakingly concerned. A few days later, Jessica called me in tears. The job offer had been rescinded. The company, she said, heard some very disturbing things about her past. I offered to take her out for ice cream and let her cry on my shoulder, all while a triumphant smirk played on my lips. The final act of my revenge was the most satisfying. I had been planning a surprise birthday party for Mark for weeks, inviting all of our friends and family, including Jessica. I had rented a beautiful venue and arranged for caterers and a live band. The day of the party, everything was perfect. I made a heartfelt toast to Mark, talking about our love and our future. He beamed, soaking in the admiration of everyone in the room. Then I turned to Jessica and raised my glass. And to my dearest friend, Jessica, thank you for all your support. I'm so lucky to have you both in my life. Mark looked at Jessica, and I saw a flicker of panic in his eyes. Jessica just looked at me, confused. They had no idea what was coming. I continued, my voice gaining strength. Speaking of support, I have something I want to share with everyone. It's a video I put together of Mark's and Jessica's secret relationship. It's a testament to how deep their bond is. I had prepared a slideshow of all their text messages, photos, and emails that I had secretly copied from Mark's laptop. It was all up on a big screen for everyone to see. The room went silent. Mark's face went white. Jessica's jaw dropped. The images flickered on the screen, a montage of their deceit, their stolen moments, their betrayals. The gasps from the crowd were deafening. I watched as their lives imploded. Mark's parents were furious, and my own family was heartbroken. People started to leave, whispering, their disgusted glances a symphony of condemnation. I didn't say a word. I just stood there. The mask of the doting wife finally gone, a small triumphant smile on my face. I had destroyed them, not with a bang, but with a whisper. 2 days later, I filed for divorce. Mark's lawyer called me, furious about the drained accounts. I told them I would be more than happy to discuss it in court. They never called back. Jessica's life was in shambles. She had lost her job, her friends, and her reputation. The last I heard, she moved to a different state, unable to face the fallout. My revenge was complete. I lost a husband and a best friend, but I gained something far more valuable, my sanity and a profound sense of self-worth. They took everything from me, and in the end, I took it all back, and then some. I am not the naive, heartbroken woman I was. I am a survivor, and this is my story of ultimate revenge.